Me now, Summer Chastain from American Senior Communities. Summer, really appreciate you coming on the show today.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, well, it's the time of year where people's schedules are getting booked up. There's vacations coming. There's a lot of things going on.
Yes.
And one of the things we're going to talk about today is respite care that American Senior Communities offers. So, first of all, before we get into the respite care, tell our viewers a little bit about American Senior Communities.
Well, American Senior Communities is a primarily Indiana-based company that provides skilled nursing facilities. We do have the one assisted living here in Louisville, but we, in the southern Indiana area, there are several of us that provide long-term care, short-term rehab, and different levels of care that you might need, like respite care that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, so respite care, I'll be honest, I didn't know all the specifics of this, but we were talking before we went on the air, and you were really giving me some great background. Tell me more about respite care.
A respite care stay with us is provided for a patient who might be at home, and it's meant to relieve a in-home caregiver. So the example I gave you earlier, for instance, if you were at home primarily caring for a relative, and say you know, summer's coming up, so maybe you have a vacation planned, or you're going out of town for somebody's graduation, and you need somebody who can take care of your loved one, you can bring them to one of our locations, and we can take over their care while you're gone, so you don't have to worry about what their care needs are while you're enjoying your time away.
Now, how does somebody qualify, let's say, for respite care?
Well, if you are in home and in need of medical care, that's your first qualification there.
That's what it was. One of just, I guess, I don't know what you need to do to follow to do it. I mean, does it cost? Is it insurance? Is it out of cash out of pocket? That was just one of the notes that I had down here.
Sure. Well, to qualify, if there's any cost, Indiana Medicaid covers up to 30 days in a skilled nursing facility to cover respite stay. Other than that, it is an out of pocket expense.
Okay. All right. So everybody knows that now, in case you were wondering. Also, what information do families need, before, I guess, take me through that process. What's it look like?
Well, what we're going to look for is just your basic contact information, kind of like if you were seeing a new doctor for the first time. We're going to look for a little bit of your medical background so we know what kind of health issues your loved one is having. We like to also know about their medications that they're taking, and we like to have a chest x-ray that's been within the last 6 months just to meet our guidelines.
So do you see that people, with respite care, do they use it kind of as a trial run? Or is this, it seems like that would make some sense, right?
Yes, they can use it for a trial run. If you're thinking about maybe transitioning into a long-term care stay, sometimes people will come and do a trial run with us as a respite stay. You're not required to stay any certain amount of time for respite stay, even if you just want to stay one night and see what that's like. So you can stay one night up to 30 days. That would be covered for a respite stay, or that's considered a respite stay rather. So yeah, absolutely, you can do it for a trial run and see if that's something that really is a right fit for you at this time.
So there is no minimum for a respite stay?
There's no minimum.
But there is a max.
A max, because if you're there more than 30 days, it's really going to be considered more of a long-term care stay.
Sure, absolutely. So if people want to learn more about respite care specifically, where can they do that?
Well, they can go to our website at asccare.com, and you can find the location that is more suitable for you. You're welcome to tour any of our facilities or give them a call at any time.
So let's talk more about just American Senior Communities as a whole. I feel like when I've actually been into a couple of the different facilities myself, it seems like there's a culture there, like a culture of family. Everybody is so welcoming. Talk to me about the culture and kind of what makes ASC unique.
I think exactly what you just said. I think if you step foot into any one of our communities in the area, you will find exactly that. You'll find people who greet you, who speak to you, who answer all of your questions, and who are happy to show you around and show you what it is that we're doing.
I think it's so important, too. I got the vibe that the people that work there take care of the residents like it's their family.
Yes.
And I think that's so important because, tell me if I'm wrong, but putting one of your loved ones into an assisted facility can be one of the toughest decisions you ever have to make.
It really can be, and we want to assure families that they're making the decisions that is best for everybody. I always say that a lot of our staff spend more time with your family members than they spend with their own. So in a way, you almost become family with them because you're so involved with their day-to-day care and day-to-day life.
So if somebody is actually watching right now and they're thinking, it might be time to make this decision with a loved one, I don't even know where to start. Do you all sit down with these people and really kind of walk them through the whole process? And if so, kind of take me through that.
You can come in. If you're thinking about a specific location, you can come in and meet with the staff there. Not only will they take a tour and show you kind of what to expect, but they can sit down and talk to you about what your needs are, maybe what the issues are at home, and why you think it's time to transition to that level of care.
Now, what about different areas of care that you all offer? Like, do you have, I don't know all the different dementia, the different types of things. What do you all offer at ASC?
We do have, of course, long-term care. We do a lot of short-term rehab in all of our buildings. Specific locations do have the secure memory care units. So if you have a patient or a family member who has Alzheimer's or dementia that may be at risk for exiting on their own or maybe needs a different type of environment, then that's something that we can help them with.
Now, we have, you have, obviously, you said primarily Indiana locations,
yes.
But you have that beautiful location over off Hurstbourne Lane. We love our Indiana viewers. We love our Louisville viewers. Talk about that specifically, Forest Hills, right?
Yes.
Forest Hills over off Hurstbourne Lane, because it is beautiful.
Yes. It's our only assisted living that we have in this area because we don't have any assisted livings in southern Indiana through our ASC umbrella. So we're proud to have them on board with us and able to assist in that area for assisted living and love to see the wonderful things that they're doing over there.
One of the things I think is nice, too, is like the restaurant-style dining. I mean, living right? I mean, it's not that bad.
And that's the idea between a lot of those models is to keep it as home-like as possible.
Sure.
We don't want it to feel like you're in an institution. We want it to feel like that you're at home and you can go down to the cafe down the street and pick up your coffee if that's what you want to do. But you can do it within the walls of our own community.
Yeah, it's beautiful there. And, people, like I said, they're also nice. They care. So if you want to find out more information, asccare.com is the website at the bottom of the screen. I learned a lot about respite care today, too. I mean, I didn't even realize that was an option or exactly what that looked like. So it sounds like that's something people need to take advantage of.
And a lot of people don't know that's an option. So with summer vacations coming up, we wanted to make sure you knew.
Well, now you know. So, again, if you have a loved one, if you are facing that tough decision, American Senior Communities is a great place. Multiple locations, of course, in Indiana, and then the one here in Louisville. Summer, thanks so much for being here with me today. I appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
All right. Well, we hope you have a great rest of the day. We'll see you tomorrow on Wave 3 Listens Live.